her kind of watching from like the shadows, and she at first she doesn't like that he's putting so much with Mara, but then when she hears that they're probably not going to be together, she kind of has this smirk on her face. So it's really good. It's the artwork is amazing in this. It is beautiful artwork.
It looked good, yeah.
And it's a really good story that it's all, other than the parts where, it's Mara and Mara goes find Garth and all that, it's 100% in Atlantis. And that's what I love, is that it's in Atlantis. It's not, out of the water. It's dealing with Atlantis, and I really enjoyed that. So that's definitely a pickup. Aquaman has been fantastic ever since New 52. I loved everything Aquaman's done since New 52. And then Nightwing is continuing the story of the Judge, which is a character that can influence people like normal people to murder. And this one actually goes back in history to like his first, like it tells the story of when he was first Robin, like 1 month into the job, and they come across the Judge in Bloodhaven. Him and Batman, there's murders going on in Gotham and one in Bloodhaven, so they go to Bloodhaven, and they meet up with Betsy or Babe Ruthless or Betsy Ruthless, something like that, who is now a casino owner in Bloodhaven, and her and Nightwing reminisce about the first time they met and fighting the Judge because the Judge is back and that he needs her help. So it's a good little setup. It's a good little interlude in this story arc that sets up for the rest of it with the Judge. It's another good one.
Yeah. The last one that I read was Justice League, and it dealt with this copycat guy that was he kept a Green Lantern ring in some sort of containment box that drained it of power so that it couldn't fly off to find the next Green Lantern that it was supposed to go to. And he was some kind of weird, like, whacked out super fan that was like attacking people dressed as Hal Jordan, and he's like said that Hal Jordan is the greatest and all the other Green Lanterns are punks or whatever. But it turns out he was like some super fan that even helped build some of the systems in the Watchtower. And they ended up catching him pretty quick. He had Simon Baz in some sort of containment field, and thing in his neck. And Simon Baz, his willpower, supposedly he's like the Simon Baz has become almost like a nuclear bomb type lantern. He can do things without the ring. Like, he's able to do feats of will without the ring. And he ends up just willpowering his mind over this machine the guy's got him hooked to. And he rips the cord out of his neck, and he realizes that the guy never even wasn't able to get the ring off of his hand, but with this manipulating machine, he was able to make him think that he'd make him not be able to see his own ring. So he thought he didn't have his ring until he got rid of this machine, and all of a sudden his ring appeared, and he was able to blast out of this containment field thing. But it's kind of interesting. Simon Baz has been kind of an interesting Green Lantern since he's come in. Like it seems like the Green Lantern's book, which is kind of his book, and the other new novice Lantern that's with him. I can't remember her name is, but it's the girl that's with him now. But they've also, like, the last few stories in Justice League seem to be a lot of Green Lantern focus.
Mm-hmm.
But he's actually come into, like, everybody thinks of Kyle Raniere as, like, the most powerful because he wields all the rings. He's kind of like the universal lantern. But Simon Baz has been able to, since he started in New 52, he's been able to actually will things without the ring, like just on his own power. He's been able to overcome things with willpower. So then, and he's almost kind of like, I think he's more powerful than Hal Jordan as a Lantern, and possibly more powerful than any of the Lanterns. So it was pretty interesting. It was kind of like this has been going on a while, and I guess this is kind of the end of the arc, I guess, but they end up getting the guy in the end. Just a long story short, they catch the copycat guy. And it's pretty good. So that's my final book for the week.
Every week, of course, we're going to bring you our DC reviews. You can pick up these books on Wednesday, the same day the show is aired, at your local comic book store. So please, if you like anything that you hear, go and support your local comic book shop and pick up these books from DC Comics.
Yes, indeed. Do that. Read more books.
Read more books. Buy my book. Buy my book. Buy my book.
Top ramen.
And if you ever want to feel saved, you can always go watch a good Estes Perkle film and enjoy life to its fullest.
Yeah, I recommend everybody, if you haven't gotten a chance to go to YouTube, go to the Cinema Snob Stone Gremlin Productions and watch the Believer's Heaven review.
Yeah.
The audio, my favorite. I seriously almost choked laughing because I was kind of not paying attention and was doing something else, and I looked up and it shows that weird audience there, and then it just cuts to Brad Jones. She goes, "Is this fucking audience for real?" And I just, oh man, I was choking, I was dying.
Every week we'll be back with a new episode, reviews, and new commentary. You can follow Chief of Space Chief 75. You can follow me at the Nerd Rage Renegades official Twitter, NRDRG Renegades, and of course, Facebook.com/NRR Truth Radio. Stardust app at NRDRGE Renegades. Instagram is Nerd Rage Renegades whenever I start putting more stuff on there. YouTube is on, that's Nerd Rage Renegades on the YouTube. Go check out my new gameplay footage of Blue Reflector.
Leave relevant comments.
Leave relevant comments to us two sad giant man children. And Crystal will tell you all the podcast apps and podcast stations you can hear us on.
What did I do? What do you mean two? I'm not even in that video.
And so Crystal will tell you that.
The Nerd Rage Renegades are on the air every Wednesday on Podbean, Stitcher, Player FM, iTunes, Google Play, and every Thursday on GamingRebellion.com, Filling the Void Podcast Network, and now iHeartRadio.
So until next time when we talk some Banner Hulk, the strongest there is. Chief.
Yes. I'll be prepared for that. I'm going to be into that big time.
Chief, oh my God. We're in a virtual world. We're giant man children in a virtual world.
Dancing.
Crab walking. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Nerd Rage Renegades.